That's a shalom, they're Jews. Welcome. Chumash Rashi Parshas Achrei. We continue with the sixth reading. Oops. There we go. Parshas Achrei. We come now into laws of sexual morality or immorality, if you will. Okay. Ish. We are in chapter 18, verse number 6. Second. Ish, man.
Emphasis.
Yes, well, you'll see Rashi in a second. El kol she'er b'sarai, to all she'er, close flesh, meaning relative, right? But that's a literal translation. Lo sikrevu, do not come close. Legala is to reveal erva, their nakedness. Ani Hashem, I am Hashem. So it says man, right? So it's referring to an individual, right? No man, in other words, right? But then it says, lo sikrevu, do not plural, right? Shouldn't plural. Oh, so you don't have, oh, you have that. Oh, okay, good. So Rashi picks up on that. You see, verse 6 in Rashi. Lo sikrevu, shall not approach, right? This is stated in plural. Why? Lahazir an nekeva, to prohibit the female, kizocher, like the male. Kachnema loshen rabim, that's why it's stated in plural. Then why does it say man? Why didn't it say nephesh? Could have said nephesh, right? Nephesh means a soul. So that soul would mean either soul, right? Good question. I don't have an answer. But I'm sure there is.
Coming.
Huh?
It's coming.
Is it?
I'm sure it's coming.
I don't know. Maybe not. No, because it have to be in this verse to answer the question, right? Right? Now sometimes because it's speaking about what is more apt to happen. So sexual immorality will more apt to happen by men than it will be by women. That's my own explanation, but I'm not certain that that's true in what this verse is coming to say. Next, Rashi, Ani Hashem, I am Hashem. Why does that have to say? Obviously, God is God, right? Ne'eman l'shalom schar means I'm going to be faithful to pay reward, not only for fulfilling the positive commandment, but also one who saves himself from sinning. Okay, verse number 7. Erva savicha be'erva simcha. The nakedness. Erva means nakedness, right? I mean, it means relationships, but it's using a euphemism in a more appropriate term. Okay. So the nakedness of your father, nakedness of your mother, lo sigala, do not reveal. Imcha hi, she is your mother, lo sigala ervasa, do not uncover her nakedness. Sigala means to reveal. So not reveal her erva, nakedness. Rashi in 7. Erva savicha, the nakedness of your father, zu esha savicha, what does it mean your father? Remember, it's speaking ish, man, right?
Yeah.
So we mean the father. So Rashi says it means your father's wife. Oyena, or perhaps mashmar means the way it sounds. I was having a son having a relationship with his father. So to teach us otherwise, neman kan erva savicha. Here it says the nakedness of your father. It says here, and then further on, it says he will have uncovered his father's nakedness. That's going to be in verse 11 in chapter 20. We're in chapter 18. That's going to be 2 chapters later, right? So it says a similar term over there. There it's clearly speaking about the father's wife. So Avkan Neshes, so here too, it means the father's wife. That's what the Talmud, how it learns it out. Okay?
Yeah.
Ervas imcha, the nakedness of your mother. Lahavi imai, this is to include one's mother, she'ena eshes aviv, who is not the wife of his father. Because if it's wife of his father, isn't that his mother? No, not necessarily. Right? It could be a second marriage.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Verse number 8. Ervas, the nakedness, eshes avicha, the wife of your father, lo sigale. Don't reveal. What's your problem over here? What's your problem? It's a repetition.
Yeah.
Didn't we just say that that's what it means in the previous verse?
Yeah.
So it seems to repeat over here. Good. I'm glad that you're catching on. Ervas avicha, it is the nakedness of your father. So Rashi says, Ervas eshes avicha, the rabbis Achrei misa. It's talking about even after the father passed away. Right. In other words, it's not his mother, because mother still remains his mother, right? No, even if the father passes away, right?
Yeah.
But if it's the stepmother, right? Maybe the only reason that the prohibition is because your father's alive. But if he died, so maybe then you could have relations with her. You could marry her. You could, right? So that's what Rashi is saying here. That's coming to Laraba is to include even after he passes away. She is not someone that you can have relations, you can marry. Huh?
Just off limits.
Exactly. Okay. 9. Ervas achaycha, bas avicha, the nakedness of your sister, the daughter of your father, or bas imecha, or the daughter of your mother, right? A different father, different mother, maybe, right? Well, that is bias. It's born of the house, or born outside. Do not reveal her nakedness. Rashi in number 9, right? Bas avicha, your father's daughter, av bas anusa b'mashma, the daughter of a woman who was raped by one's father or fathered by him through a non-marital relations is also implied.
Okay.
In other words, it doesn't mean literally just one's sister from his father, right? Which in a normal, relationship, and not from the mother, maybe just from the father, but it means what's implied.
Any offspring of your father or your mother who you share, even if it was through rape or through marriage. You share. Like if you have the same mother, but you have different fathers, or you have the same father but different mothers.
So, in other words, you see, it says over here, your sister, right?
Mhm.
So your sister can be either from a father or from a mother, right? So, but it could be all inclusive. So you don't have to say your father, your daughter of your father, or a daughter of your mother, right? Or a daughter of your. Why do you have to say that? It's your sister. It's your sister, right? Maybe it's only a half sister. I mean, even though seemingly that's what it would be coming to say. It's a half sister, right?
Yeah.
From either side. But
you can't say, oh, just because we don't share mothers or fathers, it's okay.
no, that for sure. But
Yeah.
that's not what Rashi said, though, right? Rashi said from rape,
Mhm.
meaning not from, like, you might think that it's only including regular, from the same father from another mother, or the same mother from another father, right? But no, what this is coming to, what's implied over here is that that this daughter came from a rape or from some other relations, not from a permitted relationship, in other words, right? So you might think, well, then that's might not be included. Might not be included because it's not a regular relationship, right? You might think that it's because the first thought you had was, okay, it was just a father, and it's only half sister. No, it's not even a half sister. Maybe might not even include it as a half sister because it came through another marital relation that was forbidden. So maybe it
Oh,
wouldn't.
okay.
So it's even including that. It's even including that.
So basically, what it says is as long as you share common DNA from your father or your mother.
Yeah, from a father. Yeah,
Yeah, it's supplements.
exactly. But you might not think that. It's including that.
Okay,
Okay, that's the chiddush over here.
yeah.
Okay, now what does it mean? Miletus bias and miletus chutz, meaning born in the home or outside the home. Whether they say to your father, you may maintain the woman who is the mother of your daughter as your wife, or whether they say to him, send away the mother because it's a relationship that you can't have. It's a forbidden relationship. In other words, like a mamzer, a nesina, or a nesina. In both instances. In other words, it might be what does it mean born outside? Born inside the house. So that means, it means from a regular family relationship. Outside means that you have to send away the mother. Inside means the mother can stay, even though it was an illicit relationship. But not every illicit relationship means the mother that you can't marry her, right? Like you can't have you can't have relations with a woman that's not married, right? That's considered like harlotry, right? You can't have relations.
Yeah.
But if you did, you could marry her.
Yeah.
You could marry her.
Yeah.
She's single, right?
Yeah.
She's not married,
Yeah.
right? Now, so that would be okay. That's called born within the home, so to speak. What does it mean outside the home? It means somebody you have to send outside of the home, meaning that it was someone like a kayin, right? Marrying a divorcee, right, or something like that. So then even such a relationship, it's still considered, right? That daughter that came from that relationship, even though it had to send away, is still considered a relationship you can't have, right?
So it's saying whether the relationship was legitimate in a sense, like even if it was harlotry, but then it was marriage legitimate, versus whether it was a relationship where it was like just completely no way it was gonna.
Right. Well, no, that you can't be married to that
Yeah.
person. In other words, if for instance, if someone rapes somebody, doesn't mean you can't marry that person,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But if it was someone that you can't, that's what we're talking about.
yeah.
Okay. Verse number 11. Ervas bas eshes avicha, moledis avicha. Ervas, the nakedness of bas eshes avicha, of the daughter of your father's wife. Huh? Oh, did I miss 10?
Yeah, we just
Oh.
went right to Rashi.
Huh?
We just went right to Rashi.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do 10. You're right. Ervas ben bin bas bincha, the nakedness of your daughter's, your son's daughter, right? Of your son's daughter, or bas bitcha, or your daughter's daughter. Lo sigale, in other words, it's a grandchild, right?
Yeah.
Lo sigale ervosan, do not reveal their nakedness. Ki ervosa hena, because they are ervoscha, because they are your nakedness, your own nakedness. Rashi, number 10, what does it mean your own nakedness? Ervas basa bincha, the nakedness of your son's daughter or your daughter's daughter. The bitay anu sosai, where this is about a daughter from whom a woman he raped, or from any woman to whom he was not married. Akasa medaber, the verse is talking about.
Okay.
In other words, this daughter was a result of someone that the father raped. He has a daughter now. And that daughter or son, well, how could it be the son?
The son raped.
No, a father raped a woman. And that woman had a daughter.
But it's saying son.
Huh?
Here, son.
Like if your son raped a woman, you can't then like go with your granddaughter through.
About 1 second, about his daughter. 1 second. Ervos. 1 second, hold on. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, the son, right. Right. The son raped a woman, had a daughter, right?
Mhm.
So that's a granddaughter, right? From a woman that is forbidden. Well, 1 second. So yeah, when it's speaking about daughter's daughter, no, 1 second, daughter's daughter.
Son,
Huh?
children.
Right, Uvitay. The relations with his daughter Bas Bita and the daughter of his daughter Meishtay from his wife are forbidden. On the maiden, so we learn out Me'ervas Isha Ubita from the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. Shenemar Bahem, that about whom it says Lo Sigala, that you should not uncover. Bein Shehim Mimenu, whether she is the woman's daughter from him. Bein Shehim Ish Acher, or whether she is the woman's daughter from another man. Ervas Bas Bincha, nakedness of your son's daughter. Kal V'chaim Lebitcha, all the more so your own daughter. Ella V'she'en Mazir Min Adin. So why do we mention that? Because we do not derive the negative prohibition by means of reasoning. They are learned by the negative commandment from your own daughter, Migzeres Shava, from Migzeres Shava. Okay. Verse 11. Erebas Bas Eishes Avicha, the nakedness of your father's wife's daughter, right? It's her daughter, Moledis Avicha, born to your father. Achrei, she is your sister. It's from another mother. Do not reveal her nakedness.
The same
Your
case.
half sister. Didn't it say this?
Yeah, the same case we were talking about.
Let's see.
in Verse
Yeah.
7 and
Yeah, Erbas Basa Eisha Savicha. Limed, so this comes to teach us Shein Achayev, that one is not liable to punishment al Achaysei for his sister born Mishpacha from a Canaanite Shifcha from a Canaanite slave, and Achas from a non-Jew, Lefisha Nemar Lamaila, because it said above Malednis Chutz, born outside, which means Sha'imim Lavicha Haitze, we say to the father, send her away. Yachos, you might think Mishpacha ben Achris, but either from a Canaanite slave or from a non-Jew. Kach Nemer Bas Eishes Avicha. And that's why it says over here, your father's wife's daughter, to imply the prohibition applies only Beria Likidushin, only someone who will be fitting for marriage. In other words, what this verse, right, it's a repetition, is coming to exclude that if you had relations with a Canaanite slave, right, who's not Jewish, or someone who's not Jewish. Canaanite slave means that they are slave, that they are slave means that they have to keep all the negative prohibitions. So they're not completely a non-Jew, right? Because they have to keep all the negative commandments, and when they get free, they become Jewish, right? So they're like in a mid category, right? And then there's a non-Jew completely. So in both instances, this verse is coming to exclude that from that person that you can't get married if they became Jewish. You could. It's only if it came from someone who was then possible to be Jewish that you can't have a relationship with. That's what the verse is coming to teach us. Very nuanced.
Right, okay, so it's saying that you can have relations with your Canaanite half sister.
No. If she became Jewish,
Then no.
then you could marry her.
Oh, then you could. Okay.
You could marry her.
Because she's now Jewish.
So she's now Jewish. Okay.
Yeah, but who's the father?
You share the father.
Right. So
She's your half sister who you're marrying.
yeah, no, she's not. That's the point. Because she was not Jewish.
She has been
At that moment.
Huh?
She wasn't Jewish at that moment.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, so then okay.
At that moment.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, we got a truck over here. You should not uncover the nakedness of your father's sister, your aunt. She's close relative to your father. He should not uncover the nakedness of your mother's sister, right? For she is a close relative of your mother. Right? The nakedness of your father's brother, uncle, right? Lo sigala. El ishtai, to his wife. Lo krav, do not come close to her. Didas chahi, she is your aunt. Ervas avicha, achi avicha lo sigala, mahu ervase. What is the nakedness? Al isha lo krav. In other words, your uncle, what is it talking about your uncle? Right? It means to his wife, right, who married into the family,
Yeah.
she is
Forbidden.
forbidden. The nakedness of your daughter-in-law do not reveal. She's been it's the wife of your son. He do not reveal her nakedness. Eshes bincha this is only talking about when the son has a marital status with her. In other words, he can marry her. Pratla nusa, which excludes someone who is raped. Shivcha, or a handmaid, meaning a servant, and Achrei is someone who isn't Jewish. And those. Eishes, ervas, eishes achicha. Should not uncover the nakedness of your brother's wife, right? Your sister-in-law. It's your brother's nakedness. Ervas isha obita loisigala. The nakedness of a woman and her daughter do not reveal. As bas beno, as bas bita loisikach legal zervosa she'era hena zima hi. So you shall not take in marriage her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness. They are close relatives. It is evil counsel. Rashi in 17. The nakedness of a woman and her daughter. This is forbidden only through the marriage of the first one. The prohibition referred to the verse applies only when you are married to the mother. Nekach, Nemar, Loisika, that's why it says do not take, meaning you should not take, Lashakicha, meaning expression of getting married. Likewise, the punishment the verse is speaking about. Sheyikach es isha ves ima. When a man shall take a woman and her mother, Lashakicha, also meaning in marriage, right? Because you can marry more than one woman biblically. But if he raped a woman or had a non-marital relations with her, Mutalisa Bita, he's allowed to marry his daughter if she is not his own. She'era Haina, they are a kin. Kravim Zulazu, they're related to each other. Zima, this is Eitzah, meaning it's a evil advice. Ketargumai, Atzas Chataim, the sinful advice. Shitzach Yitzah L'Achtei, the English advises the person to sin. That's Ish, the Isha Ela Chaysa Loisika, and you shall not take a woman or her sister, right? Now there's two sisters you can't marry. They are rivals to cover their nakedness, one upon the other in their lifetime. You're not allowed to take two sisters as at one time to get married. Now, to make one a rival of the other, the sisters are going to be rival for the husband. So what does it mean in her lifetime? This means that if you divorced one, you can't marry the other sister while the first sister is alive. After she dies, you can marry this sister. Isha ben Nidasa Tumasa.
So the question with Jacob.
That's before Torah was given, so therefore he made a promise, a pledge to marry Rachel, so he had to marry her.
I have another question that might not be too related, but with Noah, the son that
Again, it's all before Matan Torah.
I'm talking about this concept of not uncovering nakedness. Is the same that the same?
No, so I say that was before the Torah was given, so that law didn't apply.
No, but I'm talking about the son of Noah, the Cain, when he was in his tent,
Right?
and uncovered his nakedness.
I'm sorry, what's nakedness again?
Yeah.
No. This
When he was drunk.
It's the same concept, right?
Not exactly, but let's leave it for the moment because we're over our time and we gotta finish here. Okay, a good question, but there's a distinction. And to a woman in her uncleanliness of her separation, meaning when she's nida, right? Don't come near her nakedness, and others for one's wife. And you should not lie carnally with your neighbor's wife to become defiled by her. And you should not give your offspring to pass them to Moilech, which is an avodah zarah, idolatry. And you shall not profane the name of your God. I am the Lord, your God. Wow, that's interesting how that ends off over here. Lamelech to Melech, avodah zarah. This is a pagan deity. Shishma Melech. His name is Melech. Vezuhi avidasa, and this is its worship shemaisa b'nei Marim, that you hand over your son or your daughter to the priests of Melech. And we make two big bonfires, and they make the son or the daughter pass on foot between the two blazing fires of Aish of fire. You should not present. This is referring, don't give over to the pagan priests. Lavir lemelech, to pass through to melech. Zu avaras ha'esh, passing through the fire. All right. All right. See you in a few.